Welcome to computer class, children. Your new lesson is lesson 4, that is algorithm and flowcharts. In this chapter we will learn algorithm, characteristics of an algo, flowchart, features of a flowchart, advantages of a flowchart and disadvantages of a flowchart. Children, in our day-to-day life, whenever we do anything or perform any activity like buying stationery, packing the school bag, polishing the shoes, doing homework, etc., all these activities involve a series of steps in a sequential order to get the desired output. So let us write down the steps that you should follow to brush your teeth. The process of brushing the teeth is: take the toothbrush, turn on the tap of the wash basin, rinse the brush and turn off the tap, apply toothpaste on the brush, then start brushing the teeth, clean the brush and rinse your mouth. After that, take the tongue cleaner, clean your tongue, rinse your mouth again. Finally, you get the desired result, and this is shiny white teeth and clean mouth. So, similarly, you give instructions to a computer to perform a specific task. The set of these instructions written in a stepwise sequence is called program or computer programming. If a programmer forgets to place some instruction or write the instruction in a wrong sequence or does not know how to perform the process manually, then a computer will produce the wrong result. In order to ensure that the program instructions are appropriate for the problem and are written in the correct sequence, the program must be planned logically before it is written. Now here comes the definition of algo. So what is algorithm? To solve any problem on a computer, we need to analyze and understand the nature of the problem. We plan the input and apply the required method step by step to get the desired result. This step-by-step procedure to solve any logical and mathematical problem is called an algo. So, algo is step-by-step procedure to solve any problem is called algo. Now, there are certain rules to write the algo. The first one is an algo should be written in English-like language. Means we use simple English language to write the algo. The second one is it should be written in a simple and precise manner so that everyone can understand it. An input is required to write an algo. Each step should be written in a sequential manner. One can include variables and define mathematical expressions to calculate the result. Statements that are similar type should be combined to avoid a lengthy code. Each instruction should be executed within a reasonable time frame to ensure that algo produces the it should be checked using sample values. So there are certain examples given here. Example 1 is algorithm to pack your school bag. Children, if you want to pack your school bag, you need to follow certain steps. And these steps are: step 1, open the school bag. Step 2, take out your school diary. Step 3, see the timetable. Step 4, go to your bookshelf. Step 5, take out the books and notebooks. Step 6, keep them in the bag. And the last step is close the bag. So this is, and whenever you are writing this step by step, the procedure, then it is called algo. Now let us see the second example. Example 2 is algo to calculate the sum and average of 3 numbers. So in this, the first step is input the first number, then input the second number, then input the third number. Now find the sum of these 3 numbers, that will be a plus b plus c. Then find the average, and the formula for average is a plus b plus c divided by 3. Now print the sum and average. Look, in this example, in the school book, the average, only average, they are printing only average, but it should be print the sum and average. Okay, so now let us see the third one, algorithm to make a grilled sandwich. The step 1 is take 2 bread slices and chopped vegetables. Spread butter on the bread slices. Keep the chopped vegetables between the bread slices. Grease the toaster with oil. Place the bread sandwich in the toaster. Switch on the toaster and grill the sandwich. And then when the sandwich is ready, serve it hot. So this is algo to make a grilled sandwich. And the fourth algo is given here is algo to compare two numbers and find the greater one. In this first step is input two numbers and store them in A and B. Here A and B, these are two variables that we are using to store the numbers. And the second step is check whether A equal to B or not. If it is true, then go to step 3, and else go to step 4. And in step 3, you have to print both numbers are equal and stop. And in step 4, compare. Now you have to compare which one is greater. Compare A and B. If A is greater than B, go to step 5, else go to step 6. In step 5, you have to print A is greater and stop, else in step 6, you have to print B is greater and stop. So these are some examples how to write the algo. And now let us see the characteristics of an algo. So there are certain characteristics. Actually there are basically 5 or 6 characteristics given here. The first one is input. An algorithm accepts an input. The second one is generality. An algorithm works on a set of inputs. The third one is definiteness. Each instruction should be written in a simple and precise manner so that everyone can understand it. Next is uniqueness. Each step in an algorithm should be uniquely identified, and an output of each step should depend on the previous step. Now the next one is finiteness. It should involve finite number of steps to reach a solution. Means there must be finite steps to solve the problem. And the last one is output. After the instructions are executed, the user must get the desired result. So these are 6 characteristics of an algo that you have to learn. So I think algo portion is clear now, and in the next class I will explain about flowchart. So till then, take care. Thank you.